Welcome to Android tutorial. We are discussing about dynamic fragment. Let's go to Android Studio where you stopped, and we're discussing about the layout. We need to decide mobile in which mode, whether it is portrait or landscape mode. Accordingly, we have to make the functionality differently. So when it is landscape mode, I have a list view and fragment, and that fragment will be instantiated while set content view is executed. So that we already have. So we have already the layout is inflated. So I just set data to that. If it is portrait mode, initially I will have only list view, and see, initially I will have entire screen will have a list view. When you selected only, it has to display. So I will make it as a visible, and I set a weight as a 300 now. Otherwise we can give a weight there equal to 1, so that it will take off screen. Then I need to instantiate the fragment. Here only just difference. What is the difference? We need to use fragment manager. We have so many fragments in that app, and which object has to be taken and attached to this activity, that all will do by fragment manager. So for that we need to take fragment manager, get support fragment manager, because it is introduced in the honeycomb. So for other mobiles we need to use get support fragment manager dot begin transition. We need to begin a transition, and then we need to add fragment to. We need to add fragment. Where you need to add? In frame layout. Frame layout are defined in the layout. Just now I discussed frame layout, and this is the fragment name, and this is the fragment tag. So whenever I can retrieve this object, fragment manager can give that object of fragment whenever I want to place it in another activity, that is by tag. Then add backstack, and I explained here about this. See here, when I have a drawer, I am keep on placing, depends on the option selected. I place the different fragments. Fragment 1 first, fragment 2, others again fragment 1, fragment 3, like that. So when I want to go back to that screen, because within the activity, and that activity back arrow button is different, and this is the different. So we make it travel through all the fragment, so that we need to give back stack, then only we can go back to the previous fragment. In this case we don't have anything, we don't have only one fragment, and we are just placing it here, or we can travel back, and this is not entire screen, and this is the part of the screen. So this one is not meaningful for this scenario, but in this, just for explaining purpose, I need to given this add to backstack, and then commit. That's it. Begin transition, add and commit. And before that I need to pass the values to the fragment, that is through bundle. Create the bundle, put string, and amp name salary, and we need to set arguments and give to the bundle. There in fragment we need to get arguments. That's it. It will place the fragment on the frame layout, and when it's add, its on create view will be executed, and on create view is executed, and that view written here will be placed on that frame layout. So I need to inflate the view, as I explained in previous session. Same thing here. And what is the make difference is getting the arguments. Previously we got through intent, that is because we gone through the activity and fragment. Now there is no intent. Now we directly get the arguments. How we get the arguments? We pass it with the bundle. This dot get arguments, it gives the bundle. That bundle we can get string, and then we get the values, and these values can be placed, will be placed in the text view by set text and written view, and that will be layout, reflects in the layout. That's it, and we will test it now. It is good, fine. In landscape mode, we are not doing anything here. I already explained. In landscape mode, when it is activity, create the instance, it is inflated. When layout is loaded, it is inflated. So in landscape mode, that fragment has instantiated. So I am getting that object and passing the values by invoking a method on set data. That is explained in previous section. Now we will quickly go through this and we will finish it off. Taking little long time. This is all about the fragment. So this is the most effective, useful scenario of the fragments. Drawer, that means this list view will have the like this of 10 rows like this. We have depends on our app. We have so many options, and that depends on the option. Place the fragment. This is the view pager. Swap it and then place the fragment. This is useful here also. Sometimes we need, whenever you press so many rows in the list view, when you pressed on it, we have space, we can display on this. Otherwise I launch the activity and place the fragment over there. We got it now. We got it now. I will show it in here. Screen is capturing. See here, we got list view in portrait mode. When I select something, it will give. I am just capturing now. That's it. It will give. When I select something, and all records are the same, so there is no make difference. And when I rotate, same thing. When I rotate, this functionality is the same. I have not changed. This is static only, and it will work fine. That's it. So difference between that and this, that defining the fragment is takes more time, and calling it is dynamically, and static is just calling is different. That is from the layout. This is from begin transaction. This makes the difference only. Get support fragment manager, begin transaction, add or replace, and commit. These three statements makes the difference, and to place it on the screen we need to have frame layout. Frame layout only have a overlap characteristics. If you want so many fragments are placed, then we can give a add to backstack, we can go back. So this is all about this dynamic, and let's see. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel Unisys, and we'll see next session will come with another topic. This is the end of the tutorial.